everyone, and welcome back to another unboxing video at Battlegrounds Game Center. This is Patrick, and today we're looking at the new Warhammer 40,000 box set, Leviathan. Now, this is a big one because we're at the end of 9th edition, and this box set right here is the start of 10th. There's a lot of goodies inside. Me being a Tyranid player, I am absolutely ecstatic to look at this and get it built, painted, and fielded on the battlefield. So today we're just going to do a simple unboxing. We're just going to go through the components, see what's inside, but we're actually going to do some more videos all around this box set and also 10th edition as we lead up into the release. Let's go ahead and get this open. All right, nice piece of artwork, nice little barrier. Oh man, so much plastic, so much fun. Okay, so right off the rip here, we got a Dreadnought. This looks like pieces from the Dreadnought. Now these are all push-to-fit models. So you see these little holes. So you don't actually need to use glue to build these. However, I would still recommend using at least some glue to kind of get the connection points a little bit more sturdy, just so you don't have any issues in the future. But keep going on here. One of the guns. First Tyranid here. Now this guy is, other than the Neuro Tyrant, this is my second favorite model in the box. This would be the Psychophage. This thing is really cool. I've watched a few battle reports already and seen how it works, and it's pretty tough to get rid of, and it has some really cool attacks. Put the Tyranids here. Let's see. This looks like the Screamer Killer, or part of the Screamer Killer, and part of the Neuro Tyrant. Very cool. Again, push fit. Okay, let's see here. All right, some Marines. The new sculpted Termagants, which they were sorely needing it. I already have quite a few, so I'm getting quite a few more once I get this box. But you know what? You can never have too many Termagants. So let's see here. These are Reapers. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. This looks like it might be the Librarian. More Gaunts here. Quite a few Gaunts. Okay, so here's the Flame Marines. The Pyrocasters. Got more Gaunts. I think there's 20 Gaunts. Terminators. So looks okay. Yep, we got the winged hive or winged Tyranid Prime, which when they first showed that off, it was like one of the first things they showed off. I was so excited. A lot of my army has wings, so adding another model was really cool. And the Tyranid Prime looks to be pretty scary. Very cool. So those are the HQ choices. Yep. Some more Marines. Another few squads here. And here we go. Here are the Barbed Gaunts and the Neuro Gaunts, which are smaller even than regular Termagants. However, these are, you put the Neuro Tyrant can attach itself to this unit, so they basically block him from getting hit. And then once they're gone, they can finally be hit. But then the Barbed Gaunts, which are low-key probably one of the more scary units in this box, just from the few videos that I've seen and just what they can do with their disruption ability. It seems pretty powerful. Having a big squad of 10 or even multiple squads of these might be really annoying for your opponent. So we'll see how that goes over time, but it's exciting. Okay, so that's all the plastic kits. So next we're going to have the nice exclusive core rulebook in a hardback. Some slip here. This thing is very big. It's pretty hefty, but it's got the two different sides on each side, which is really cool. Open up. Leviathan. So you got your contents, all the beautiful artwork that comes along with these books, all the different models and how they're painted. So yeah, kind of skip ahead. Now there's a giant lore dump at the beginning, like most of the books. Armies of the Imperium here. Space Marines, Blood Angels. Okay, so this is kind of going through all of the different chapters. So, yeah. Custodes, Adeptus Mechanicus, Grey Knights. Okay, so it goes through everything. That's awesome. So if you're new to the game, and this is your first start into the world of Warhammer, this box set seems like the go-to. Not only is it is generously priced at $250. There's so much value in this box, but you get this nice book, which is exclusive, has all the lore for all the different factions, Leagues of Votan. Yep, core. So then we have the actual rules coming up here once we get to the back. Necrons, my first army. Core rules. So you got a little ways before you get to the core rules. So this is all pretty much fluff. You even have a nice little bookmark. So if you want to get back to the core rules easily. And then these core rules are actually free online currently. But having them in a nice physical book is always nice. Movement phase. Shooting phase. Okay, so yeah, core rules. Data sheets, goes over how those work. That is one of the newer things. They're going to have these physical cards that you can print out or buy for all of your units and how they operate, which is really cool. We got terrain, aircraft, how they function. Now, there is in the core rules, there's I believe just one mission. It's like a very basic, kind of like a demo mission. It doesn't use the cards that come in the box or anything. But so if you're just learning how to play or teaching someone, this is a good start before you start adding any more complexity. Now, obviously they've stated that this new system is simplified, not simple, meaning it's easier to get into and start playing, but with a lot of depth. So we'll see how that goes. Another reason why you might want this book is it actually comes with the Combat Patrols rules and the Crusade rules, whereas the core rule book by itself when it comes out won't include this, I don't believe. So that's another good reason to get this set. So Combat Patrol, all the missions for that. Combat Patrol looks like a really fun way to play the game now. Shadow Descends, so this is Crusade stuff, I believe. Some lore going into it. Oh yeah, this is all the tyrannical. Okay. So we got Showcase, Tyrannic War, Showcase, so this is all the Crusade rules here. You got your sheets. So, man, this book is heavy. Trying to hold it up for this long. Yeah, I like the way these sheets look now. Those are pretty cool. It definitely has a nice new graphical flair to it, which I really appreciate, being someone that has some background in that. Yeah, this is nicely laid out, like how you muster your Crusade army. It's very simple. It's laid out really nice. The Tyrannic War, so here is more, okay, so as you play through the Tyrannic War, you get different stuff here. This is for the Tyranids themselves. All right, cool, and then missions in the back. And then that takes us to the very end. This really cool piece of artwork of a Tyranid. And that is it. And then you got your core rules index at the very back. Awesome. So that is the exclusive rulebook that comes in the set. But we're not done. There is much more in here. So this is the build guide for all the models. kind of lays out, you know, the Imperium, the Tyranids, your bases. You know, you have your numbers, your color charts, everything. So pretty standard flair if you're used to building Warhammer models already. And for each unit, it looks like they have a nice painted look, so you can kind of get an idea of what they'll look like when you're finished with them. Furnace Squad. And there's the Ballistus Dreadnought that we saw at the beginning. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, being push fit, I think that definitely simplifies the building process. You got your captain, your librarian, and since they don't, you can download the free data cards right now. That's for this set. They just released that, and they'll actually begin over the next few weeks. They'll be releasing all of the different index cards. But if you don't download them, you have basically a simplified data sheet in the back for like your weapons and everything. So if you want to not just use any like the abilities or special rules and just want to shoot and fight, you can just use this. And then there's the whole force painted up in the back here. And we are on to the Tyranids. You got the Tyranid Prime, the Neuro Tyrant, which just one page each, which is pretty good. The Neuro Tyrant actually comes with these two little Neuraloids, I think. I'm not 100% what they're called, but they're used as tokens for some of the abilities it has. Which tokens is always a nice addition instead of having to use dice or something that you just made. So having some official, really cool looking tokens like that is appreciated. Screamer Killer looks like 3 pages. Oh yeah, there it is. They're Neuraloids. So very simple to build. Got the Screamer Killer. That guy's huge. I cannot wait to build him and paint him. You got the characters right there. Devon Ryan Sleepers. There's 3 of them in the box. Oh, and Termagants. It's different poses. The base size did increase from 25 to 28, but it shouldn't affect too much. You don't have to change out the bases if you don't want to. And it has 2 little Ripper Swarms included. And you got the Neurogaunts, which are the new smaller Termagants that have like a little parasite on the back, and they can basically spread out your synapse range, which is cool, and then also a leader or like the Neuro Tyrant can be attached to them. Barbgaunts, which are little artillery Termagants. Then we got the Psychophage, which is very, very gnarly and awesome. But yeah, he's only a few pages to build it. Like most of it is just these 2 big chunks and then just the legs and stuff, so it seems relatively simple. And you got their stats in the back with their weapons, and then the whole force and what it looks like together and painted. Cool. So that's the build guide. Some transfer sheets for the Space Marines, and you got Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, and Imperial Fist, it looks like. And you would think we're done, but we are not. So we have all the bases here. Some of the bigger bases, like the Screamer Killer, Psychophage, and Dreadnought. And one of the other really cool things is the mission deck. So when they came out with Tempest of War, I absolutely loved it. It was definitely my favorite way to play the game. And I love the idea of 10th edition basically using a Tempest of War deck to play. Like, that is really cool. It's different, of course, but it has the same idea. And there's the objective markers it comes with. There's another one, there's 6 in total. You have the rules themselves, how you build your army, how you get ready to play. Nice little pamphlet, kind of like how Tempest of War was, and all what the different icons mean. Then the decks themselves. So there's a few different types of decks. This looks like secondary missions for the defender. It's green. Secondary missions for the attacker. It's red. And you got the different types of deployment cards, mission objectives, so on primary missions. mission rules, which was one of the cool things about Tempest of War, where they would have like a unique effect on the battlefield. A bunch of different types of mission rules and primary missions. We'll go through those in more in depth in another video. And then one of the unique things that wasn't in Tempest of War, these are deployments, but is the gambits, which you have, looks like 4 of each. And they're all the same. And I know after like the 3rd battle round, you can choose, hey, maybe I'm a little bit far behind in points. I'm going to take this like Hail Mary, which are these gambits, to try to maximize my points, like up to like 30 or more. They're really hard to pull off, from what I could tell. I don't fully know until we start playing games and actually get an idea how they operate. But it's a nice little catch-up mechanic in case somebody's like really steamrolling you, and you just need to get back in the fight. You pick one of these and you go for it, and if you get it and win, cool. If you get it and don't win, I mean, it's awesome that you pulled it off. And if you don't, they're difficult to achieve. So I'm really interested to see how many people use these and how they work. But until then, so yeah, that's those. And again, we have the different secondary mission decks. Everybody has the same. So there's 2 different ways you can play. You have where you can pick 2, any of them that have this little symbol on the bottom left. You can pick 2 and just play with those through the whole game. Or you can play it where you shuffle the deck, you'll draw some cards, and then those are the ones you're trying to achieve each battle round. Which is probably my preferred way to play, because you're constantly having to change your tactics and have a balanced list to go along with it. So yeah, this is really exciting. I'm really happy that they went in this direction. I mean, it might be a little bit to get used to for many folks, but for me, I'm happy. That is everything that's in the box that you get. It releases on June 24th, and we are taking pre-orders now at $2.50 a box. I'll have another video coming out here soon, a few more videos actually. We're going to go more in depth of what each mission does, the deployments, kind of go through this whole deck so everybody can see everything in it. Thanks again for tuning in to this unboxing of the Leviathan box set. It's going to be a month of fun coverage using this set, leading up and after the release of the 10th edition. We have a lot of things planned, from battle reports to model showcases. And if you would like to stay up to date to everything we're doing, go ahead and like and subscribe our channel and follow us on Facebook. I'm Patrick at Battlegrounds Game Center. Thanks for watching.